Okay, we'll just go ahead and get started with everything because it's 5:04. So just so you guys know, I am recording the meeting. That's just in case anybody missed it and wants to know what we did and all of that. And yeah, and so I'll try to make sure your faces aren't in it or any of that, just that way people can go back and watch it. So anyways, hi, I'm Audrey. I'm the president of SGA, and then Hannah and Reva, do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yes, I'm Reva, and I'm the treasurer of SGA.
And I'm Hannah Brennan, and I'm vice president this year.
Yay. And we also have Yasha, but she couldn't be here because she's in another meeting right now, and she's our secretary. And just to let you guys know, club officers are different from class officers, just that club officers deal with more of what the club is doing as a whole, and class officers are more class specific, I guess. And just so you guys know, you're welcome to have your cameras on, off, mute on, off, whatever you guys want. It's a very informal meeting just to kind of let you know what's going on, because elections are a lot different than in past years, and even in past years they were confusing. So we just wanted to give you guys kind of a time to hear everything instead of having to read it, and ask any questions if you need to. So Reva, Hannah, and I are all going to go over our own little bit, but if you guys have questions throughout, you can type them in the chat, interrupt us, whatever you need, and then we'll also have a question time at the end. So yeah, Reva or Hannah, do you want to start?
I can go, I guess, then. Okay, so pretty much what I'm going to be going over is just flyer making, and if you are running for a class officer, you're going to have to film yourself for up to a minute describing just why you're running, and it's going to be posted on the Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's optional, however, like, it's highly recommended. So for flyer making, this I would do it even if you're only running for representative. It's really important. It lets people know that you're actually running, and then if you post it on Instagram, your friends are going to vote for you, and so are a lot of your followers or other friends. So some apps I really like are Canva, because it's really easy, user-friendly, and then PixArt, and I would keep everything on the flyer pretty simple. I would put your first and last name, because that's really important, what grade you're running for, and then what position, or if you're just running for a representative. And then I would probably post that a week before elections open. So like class officers, I would either start, I would start posting now, and then representatives I would post like next week. For the video, for class officers, I would definitely see your name and then the position you're running for. And then following that, what characteristics and like experiences you have that make you a good fit for that role. And then on top of that, just what you're going to do for Farragut High School and SGA. So yeah, that is pretty much all I'm going over, and I'm going to pass it on to Audrey.
Yay. So just to reemphasize, if you don't have social media, that's one of the reasons we're doing this, because we understand not everyone does. And we want you guys still to have a chance to advertise that you're running and campaign and show people what you're all about, especially because in past years, some people have put up flyers around the school, but with virtual students, we know that's not possible. So it's optional, but it really is a great way to campaign and let everyone know what you're about. And it really, with the 1-minute video and the flyer, it doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need to spend hours and hours on it. Like it can, like Hannah was saying, it can literally just be your name and like vote for me. So passing it on to Reva. Does anyone have, oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention, if you do not have Instagram or any form of social media, you can email us at FarragutHighSGA@gmail.com with your flyer, and we will post that on the SGA Instagram. And even if you do have an Instagram, you can still send it to us or DM it to us, and then we will post it on the Instagram.
All right. Did anyone have any questions on what Hannah covered? No. If you want to ask questions, you can just type it in. Accustomed to the new school year, and we did things like putting post-it notes around the school with like little cute notes, or we had like a crazy mask day where you got to wear like the craziest, wackiest mask that you could have like put on. We also did joke day, so if you heard the jokes over the announcements, that was planned by us. So but yeah, the next thing that we do around this time is Spirit Week, and that is during the week of homecoming. And this is that time where you guys dress up. We have days, like we basically decide the days as a whole. with all of the representatives, with all of the class officers and the club officers, we decide on 5 themes for each day, and basically you dress up according to that day. So there could be like beach day or pajama day or decades day. We did that like my freshman year. So that's like also if you're in SGA, you have a huge voice in what days end up being planned for that week. And then another big thing that we have done in previous years is the Love Kitchen. So this is a charitable thing that we do every year for the Love Kitchen downtown. It's the can drive, if you all have done it in your classes, if you all remember that. Basically, we host a drive where each homeroom gets to collect cans and ramen over the course of a month. And then the SGA representatives or members, we take a day and we just load the cans and all the ramen into our cars and make the trip downtown and basically organize it there at the Love Kitchen, make sure everything is, organized. And we also, for people that donate money, we, go out and purchase all of the cans with that money that we collect. And so basically, it's a really great thing that we do every year, and we help out the Love Kitchen a lot. We make, I think, how many, Audrey, cans did we raise last year?
24,000.
24,000. That's a lot of food, and usually that keeps them pretty good for the year. So, yeah. And
We're
then,
actually their main supplier of food and money.
right. So hopefully this year we'll get to do that again because it would be really awesome if we could keep helping them out with that. And then another thing that we did, our first winter formal was last year, and I don't know if any of you all came to that, but we basically planned that out and had invited the student body to Bridgewater Place and rented it out and basically had a night similar to homecoming, but obviously during the winter season, and so it's called winter formal. And we're hoping to try, we know that with COVID it's obviously going to be hard to do homecoming or winter formal. I don't know if things will turn out since until then, but yeah, if not, we'll still keep our hopes up for next year, and winter formal we'll still try and get it done next year. And then also, throughout the year, there's class projects. So basically, each grade will have their own chance to make their own class project that affects the school, that impacts the school. So a few things that our SGA members have done are bake sales, and they have raised money and then donated it to the Love Kitchen or other charitable organizations. Our grade has been doing the Carnation Sale. I don't know if you all have heard about that, but the Carnation Sale, it's just basically we kind of host, we basically sell carnations on Valentine's Day, and we distribute them to people who order them, and then we raise all the money and then donate it to, last year we donated to the Love Kitchen. So that's another opportunity that you have as class representatives and class officers. You guys get to pick what you all do and basically carry it out, and then you can say that you did something impactful towards the community and towards our school as a whole. And then throughout the year, SGA hosts leadership series, and so we basically invite anyone who wants to come, any of the student body, and a bunch of leaders across the community come and talk about how they have basically led well in our community and how they got there. And so it's a lot of insightful information on how you can get to that position as well. Is there anything I'm missing, Audrey? Maybe a few things.
I think you're good for the most part. And I just want to say that Riva did an excellent job explaining, but there's just no possible way to explain how fun these things are just by saying it. You have to truly experience it And it may sound like kind of boring, like, oh, just like, I mean, it sounds like you're helping people, but just giving cans to the Love Kitchen, like, what the heck? It's literally like, I look forward to this day. Like, I have like a countdown going, like 364 days till like after. It is so fun. And window painting and all that. Like, and you meet so many people even in your own grade that you didn't know before, and you get to come like, you become like a little SGA family, and it's so fun. So if you're kind of on the edge of like whether or not you should run right now, like just do it, just go for it. It's so worth it no matter what. And yeah, and kind of what Ray was saying with class projects, those are going to be super important this year. So I think class officers will have kind of even a bigger role this year than they used to, just in trying to plan out class projects. And so right now, SJ pretty much only has 4 people: Hannah, Reva, Yasha, and I, and our sponsor, Miss Blankenship. She's awesome. So yeah, we really need representatives and class officers to make this year happen and to know what you guys want. So please run. Basically, we want to make this year awesome. And does anybody have any questions before I go over one more thing? They can be stupid questions. They can be break it up. Okay, I will go over, I'm going to share my screen, so we'll see how this goes. Yes, I think I did it. Okay. Yay, so I'm going to go over our SGA representative election sign up thing, so you guys kind of get a sneak peek at how that's going to work this year, just because I feel like it's a little complicated. So I understand, you're just going to say you understand the commitment of SGA, and you can read over that later. Then you will come over here and, you know, shirt size, all that. And so then here's where it gets a little complicated, where you have to fill out which one you want to do: popular vote, merit vote, popular vote, and merit vote. So popular is just your friends voting for you. Anyone in your grade can vote, and there will be 7 of you for any other grade, and then 10 for freshmen. Merit is a few questions, but you can do both of these things, and that's what I would recommend. It just gives you the best chance of getting in, and you may think that you're super strong with, you know, your friends or something, but then maybe you're number 8, but then you were really good with merit. Like, it's just worth putting in the extra time to do it. So we're going to click on that one. That way you can see what both of them look like. So your merit application, we're just going to have 3 questions this year. And that is, with COVID-19 safety precautions in mind, what do you believe SGA can do in the 2020-2021 school year to make the lives of the student body and or community? It should say, yep, better. Okay, there we go. And then, how do you define a leader? What extracurricular obligations do you have? And you can include things that aren't necessarily at the school. We just want to hear what you're doing outside of SGA. And for popular vote this year, in the past, you've needed 50 signatures from students and 2 teachers, I think. This year, you just need the email of 1 teacher. We just want to make sure that there's somebody that can vouch for you and say that you're going to do a good job in SGA. And that's honestly it for the form. The reason it's not on the website yet and only the class officer one is because we just don't want to confuse anyone, and we want to make sure you're filling it out. So as soon as class officers are announced that very day, this form will be posted and you can answer it. But because you guys are here, you can go ahead and start thinking of those questions. Those aren't going to change at all. And how to do your popular vote. So yay, you guys got to know all my info. Now, does anybody have any questions? Or a joke, or a fun fact about themselves? Or do you want to say what you're running for, rep or class officer? This will go onto YouTube, and I'll try to make sure that your faces aren't in it. So it'll probably be up to anybody else. Is there anything I left off? Reva, Hannah, do you have anything to add? Nope. Okay. Yay. Thank you guys so much for coming. If you think of any questions later, you can just email us. I hope you gained something from this. I'm sorry if you didn't. And we'll post the recording. So thank you. Bye.
Yeah.